Hello friends, it's been a few days since I've been in your presence. Thank you for looking at my videos and for sharing them. I've been having a little think tank over the last few days, just considering some things that I should do and maybe could do to move the project along. And today I came up with an idea of sharing a story that my wife read. And it's from a webinar interview that she did on me. And over the next little bit, I hope to put some of those snippets on and let you listen to it. So without further ado, let's listen to Ruth tell the story.
A police officer with PTSD fell into a hole and he couldn't get out. When a senior police officer walked by, the police officer called out for help, but the senior police officer yelled back, "Suck it up, son. Dig deep and drive on." And then he threw him a shovel. The police officer did as he was told, and he dug the hole deeper. Another senior police officer went by, and the police officer called out for help again. The senior police officer told him, "Use the tools your supervisor gave you." And then he threw him a bucket. The police officer used the tools, and he dug the hole deeper still, and he filled the bucket. A psychiatrist walked by. The police officer called, "Help! I can't get out." So the psychiatrist gave him some drugs and said, "Take this. It will relieve your pain, and you'll forget about the hole." The police officer said thanks, and he followed his advice. But when the pills ran out, he was still deep in the hole. Then a well-known psychologist rode by, and he heard the police officer's call for help and his cries for help. He stopped and he asked, "How did you get there? Were you born there? Did your parents put you there? Tell me about yourself. It will alleviate your sense of loneliness." So the police officer talked with him for an hour, and then he said he'd be back next week. The police officer thanked him, but he was still in the hole. Another police officer, just like him, happened to be passing by. The police officer with PTSD cried out, "Hey, help me! I'm stuck in this hole." And right away, the other police officer jumped down in there into the hole with him. The police officer with the PTSD started to panic and said, "What are you doing? Now we're both stuck down here." But the other police officer just smiled and replied, "It's okay. Calm down, brother. I've been here before. I know how to get you out."
So thank you, Ruth, for reading that. And as you can hear, the moral of that story is that we need to help each other. Really, that's how it is. And you know what? Family members are often the ones who are involved in that. And we're going to talk a little more about that in the coming days. So let's remember to help those who help us. That's the big thing. That's the big challenge for all our first responders. And remember to share our video and my video. Share it lots and lots and lots. We need to get that out to all first responders and begin to help them be better and have better days.